to the March episode of Celebrate Meridian, our monthly look at all things Meridian. Last month I was honored to give the 2012 Meridian State of the City address to between 500 and 600 people at Meridian Middle School. I want to thank the many that came out and took the time to be a part of our celebration of putting Meridian first. As part of my address, I was happy to roll out the Meridian Way, our pledge to take customer service to the next level through providing care, customer service, accountability, respect, and excellence to our community in a timely, friendly, professional, and solution-oriented manner. I hope you too will consider embracing the Meridian Way as we do the right things for our community. During my address, you also heard me lay out my 5 focus areas for the next 4 years, including safe community, responsive government, places to go for family and friends, family wage jobs, and transportation. Within these areas, I look forward to working with our business community on ways to grow activity in our business enterprise corridors, like the core, which are important to our community. Now that the dust has settled from the event, I would like to call upon our community to join those that were at the State of the City to stand up for the Meridian Interchange rebuild. Legislation has been introduced by Senator Winder and Representative Hagedorn, which will provide a mechanism for this project to move forward. The community now gets to get involved and let their voices be heard. You can lend your support to this project by calling our newly appointed chairman of the Idaho Transportation Department, Jerry Whitehead, writing the governor's office, our state legislators, or just sending a letter to the editor. As you reach out to others, keep in mind the following. Rebuilding the Meridian Road interchange will improve safety. 97% of parents would not allow their child to walk over the Meridian Road overpass, as the bridge lacks basic safety infrastructure with no sidewalks, bike lanes, or adequate safety rail over the interstate. It will also improve congestion on the Meridian Road overpass, the interchange on and off ramps, and on I-84, as the current design of the interchange prohibits the use of the 4th lane that constricts the efficient movement of commuters and commerce through the area due to the bridge design and choke point created on I-84 at Meridian Road. Construction and long-term jobs would be created, putting people to work. I would also encourage you to like our Rebuild Meridian Road Interchange Facebook page so we can keep you up to date on the progress. Whatever you do, be informed, stay connected, and stand up. This is how we put Meridian first, by supporting the Meridian Interchange. Another way you can stay informed and get connected is by attending our upcoming Coffee with the Mayor, scheduled for March 13th, beginning at 8 a.m. Stop by Broadview University to meet community and business leaders in a fun networking environment. Talk one-on-one with city decision makers on issues important to you. Coffee with the Mayor is always free to attend, and there is no need to RSVP. For more information, you can call my office at 489-0529. An additional event you won't want to miss is the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council annual dinner auction, benefiting the Meridian Animal Shelter. This annual casual event allows you, the community, to support our youth and make an impact on a local nonprofit. This year's event is scheduled for March 22nd at the Joint School District Service Center and will run from 6:30 to 8 p.m. To purchase tickets or make a donation, please call my office at 489-0535. Being involved in the community is a goal of our unique Meridian youth. Join me as we celebrate Mariah Rayner, our Meridian Featured Leader of the Month.
Rocky Mountain senior Mariah Rayner is passionate, involved, and easy to get along with. Striving to be the best, Mariah is involved in a variety of different activities, ranging from school and work to community service and local government projects.
I joined the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council because I felt like it was a great opportunity for me to be involved in the city of Meridian, and it gives the youth a voice that they wouldn't otherwise have, and I really am interested in politics and government, and this organization is a perfect opportunity for that.
Mariah is a passionate youth with a commitment to local government and politics. This passion is fueled through the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council, as Mariah feels the council provides her with a unique opportunity to truly share her voice.
Recently, I went to Youth Lobby Day, and I lobbied for a higher tobacco tax. It was with the American Heart Association, and it was a really great experience, and it was one of the best days I've had this school year, and I wasn't even at school. So it was just a great opportunity for me, another opportunity, I guess, for me to have my voice heard.
Mariah's interests don't stop with government and politics. With a love of the cinema, Mariah's attained a job at a local movie theater, where she gains not only valuable leadership experience, but also key communication skills from working with the public.
For me, going to the movies is a relaxing type thing that kind of takes me out of my current situation and throws me into something completely different from someone else's creative standpoint. But I'm also a lead at my work, and it gives me an opportunity not only for leadership, but also I gain a lot of communication skills there, because some of the people I work with are, of course, difficult to get along with. So it really helps me, and I've gained a lot of friends and leadership skills for my job.
Mariah Rayner, your Meridian Future Leader of the Month.
Welcome back. Tonight I am joined by Meridian's Boys and Girls Club Director, Robin Ewer, yes. Thank you, Robin, for joining me tonight. Why don't you kick us off with telling us a little bit about yourself and how you became affiliated with the Boys and Girls Club?
Yeah, well, I actually started about 10 years ago. I started with the Twin Falls Boys and Girls Club, and I actually started as a volunteer. I had just gotten out of the military. I was going to school, and the Boys and Girls Club was on the CSI campus. So I just was interested on what was going on over there, and always enjoyed the kids and the activity, and so I just wanted to give back and do something for the community, and so I actually got wrapped in with it as a volunteer. And then summer rolled around, and they were, fortunately, they thought I was doing a good job as a volunteer because they offered me a job for the summer. So I actually just started as working with the 10 and 11-year-olds, just their counselor, and just was hands-on with the kids. And then after a little time doing that, was promoted to supervisor, and then a few years after that, the opportunity to take on the unit director job in Twin Falls came available, and fortunately got that position, and then relocated to the Treasure Valley, and now I've been with the Meridian Boys and Girls Club for 6 months, and it's been a wonderful experience.
That's fantastic. The Boys and Girls Club is such an amazing organization. They just kind of suck you right in because it makes you feel special, you're engaged, you're touching kids' lives. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
How many kids do we have at the Meridian facility?
Well, our numbers seem to keep growing. We, for February, our average daily attendance has been 214 kids. So it's a very busy facility. We're serving a lot of kids in the community, and in the summertime we get close to 300 kids on a daily basis just at that club.
Wow, those numbers are incredible, and certainly with the newer facility we can accommodate them. How many total members do we have? Do you know?
I don't know that number exactly. I'd say roughly for the Meridian Club that we do have signed up. Of course they don't come every single day, but I would say close to 600 to 700 current members enrolled for our school year program.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So what kind of kids are you seeing? What is the average age?
We serve from 6 years up to seniors in high school. We get about 30 teens, they're on a daily attendance, which is pretty incredible too. And the thing I love about the teens and the teen program is those kids are coming there by choice. They're not being there because, parents are forcing them, to be there or feel like they need to be watched. They're riding their bike, they're walking, they're finding their own way to be there, and they're wanting to be there, which is awesome that they have something there until 8 o'clock. 5 nights a week. We do teen nights late also on the weekends, so they have somewhere that's productive, safe. We have them, explore a lot of field trips, out to go see colleges and, just a lot of good things for the teens to be in. But most of our kids are the 6 to the 12-year-olds is definitely our majority of the population. And we've got kids from very loving, great families that are supportive in there, and a lot of single parents that are really, if it wasn't for the Boys and Girls Club, they wouldn't be able to afford anything else. I mean, it's really, something that's a real lifesaver for some families that, sometimes the kids may just be at home until, mom or dad got home. But, we also have a lot of, foster children and, a lot of kids from some, hard backgrounds that have, gone through physical abuse, drug abuse. I mean, there's definitely some families and some kids that have been exposed to a lot of things, and we're definitely a safe haven for them.
Oh, and they can find caring and loving adults in a safe environment. I volunteer down there on occasion, and I'm always amazed at the enthusiastic attitude and the energy of the kids there, and their willingness and interest in helping to teach you things. I had a couple of girls teaching me how to make a friendship bracelet, and they were very patient with me, because I must admit that I'm not all that good with my hands. So they were very special. Spent time in the homework room and helping with homework. It's an amazing place to go volunteer. How does all of this work with the mission? What is the mission of the Boys and Girls Club?
Our mission is to inspire and empower all young people, especially those that need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, and responsible citizens. So we really want, these children are going to grow, are going to be adults. We want them to have a good start, have a solid foundation, that when they do reach that point in their life, that they're an asset to our society, they're an attribute, and that's what we're really hoping we're modeling, because some of these kids are, there's things that they're being exposed to, and some, difficult things going on at home, and to problem solve and conflict resolution. Those skills are what they're seeing, by our staff that are role modeling it for them.
Well, and it's pretty, I like to brag about the Boys and Girls Club, and last year's Youth of the Year was selected on clear to the national competition. She got to meet the president, and she had quite the experience. And this year's Youth of the Year for this area came from Meridian, and he's moving on to the competition too.
Yes, he is. We're so excited. He has been a club kid since he was 8. Wes Pettit. He's a 1 in a million kid. He's gone through a lot, and we're really proud of him. He's had drug issues at home, and had to spend time with grandma, and he's been we can plug him in at the front desk. If everyone's going in a million different directions, we'll say, Wes, can you just watch the front for a minute, and he can handle it for us. I mean, he's just 1 in a million kid, and we just are really rooting for him. And he competes for the state on Tuesday, so we're excited to see how that goes.
Well, we'll be rooting for him. Yes. I tell you, I can see how emotionally involved you are with the kids when you tear up when you think about him, and you always have that opportunity for a special connection.
Yes, absolutely.
Can you tell us some of the ways you touch kids' lives at the Boys and Girls Club?
Those kids come in, and they, and sometimes we, situations, happen at home, and sometimes it's, mom needs to come in and let us know. We just had a little while ago, mom had to come in and talk with me, and they, lost their home in a house fire, and she was, when you're dealing with lost all your belongings, lost your home, living in a hotel, and she had 4 children, and your mind is so full of just going a million different directions on trying to just salvage what you have, and just being able to come into the Boys and Girls Club. We were, it's a $10 enrollment fee, but we were obviously able to scholarship that, and that's one last thing that a parent has to worry about, is somewhere for their child to be after school, and we provide a snack and we provide dinner. And when you're trying to just face the fact of losing your home, having somewhere for your 4 children to play and be energetic and not stuck in a hotel room is priceless. And just knowing those relationships and knowing that the kids have gone through that, and just spending that extra time. And we had the Rotary help us do a Christmas for them, and so it's just really pulling in as a community and helping the families that need us.
And we have a very generous community. We've seen a lot of rapid growth at the Meridian Club. What are some of your current needs, and do you have plans for expansion?
Yeah, so we are the facility has been great. We're able to have an art room and a tech lab and a games room and area for homework, but we're still busting at the seams. And we're really hoping that we have a gym in the near future. We are really needing something like that, especially with the childhood obesity that's an epidemic in our country, and we're really wanting to we kind of have to monitor. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, if it gets dark, and using the space outside, and having a gym to be able to have the children physically active at all times would just be tremendous. And we all know the children have lots of energy, and a gym would be wonderful to have.
The noise level increases, certainly after school. Now, you're right next to Meridian Elementary School. Yeah. What is your relationship with the school, and how do you collaborate?
They have been wonderful. The principal, Marcus Myers, is so helpful. Fortunately, they do let us use their field and their playground equipment, because if they didn't, we wouldn't even have that. So they're always willing to share that. We've had to do some ceremonies together in their gymnasium. Our education center coordinator works with the teachers, and will work with, if there's some kids that are struggling with homework, and he can be in touch with them, just send over emails, and so kind of helps with some of those kids that are feeling a little bit behind, communicating with the teachers too on that.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. That's great, and we have a great working relationship with them too. With summer vacation on the horizon, can you tell how the club handles that, and maybe how many kids that I know that you had mentioned how many kids you have during the summer.
Yeah, so we have to about double up on our staffing when it comes to the summertime. We take on more children, so we're definitely needing some more help. So we spend, amount of time on training and get some new staff in there. And so we'll start our enrollment in April for the summer program, and we're actually going to start working with the Meridian Library and doing a reading loss prevention program in the summer for the kids too.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, because we know that a lot of those children, they go that 3 months and they're not getting any extra academic work, and so we're working with the library to bring in a reading program to kind of help with that, to prevent some of that loss that's done during the summer. So lots of fun stuff we'll be doing in the summertime.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Now, the Boys and Girls Club loves to see volunteers. Can you maybe share some ideas of how our community can get involved as a volunteer, or maybe even helping with some financial help?
Yeah, definitely. We have a volunteer coordinator, and her name's Cassie, so just even at our website they could go to, or just give us a call, and we just ask for them to do a volunteer application. It takes 2 minutes, and we do an orientation, and we do background checks on all of our volunteers. We have to make sure we're safe in that area, but then working with the kids. And then we put them into, we kind of get from the volunteers on what their areas of interest are, and so we plug them into the programming. They could do art, they could help with homework, football outside, different things like that. So we would love to have volunteers, and especially we get about 40 kids a day at least that are needing help with their homework. So having some extra people to come in to help with homework would be great.
Yes, and another opportunity for volunteers is regarding an upcoming annual event, the Wild West auction. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we are. We're April 14th. We'll be doing the Wild West auction, and it is our biggest fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club. I know we need to raise over about $1.4 million a year for the two clubs. So this is a huge fundraiser for us. We get over 600 people in attendance. I know it's a great, a lot of business leaders and community leaders attend this event, and a lot of phenomenal auction items come through for people to bid on, and it's a really fun event, and they do the Wild West theme, and it's a great contribution that the people are giving for all the time and the help that we can get from that. So,
well, and I have to do a personal plug here. I'm a board member. I am a co-chair of the Cowgirls, and we like to beat the Cowboys in raising funds, finding table sponsors, sponsors for the event itself, and also auction items for the live and the silent auction items. So we call on our community to step up, get involved, or if you can't get involved, come and join us. It's a fun event. And also, we'd love you to consider sponsoring a table or donating an event or an item for the event. This does raise between 50 and 60% of their operating cost, and so it's extremely important. And it is a fun time.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Well, what are some of the other ways that you reach out, and how do the kids get there if they don't live in the area?
Right. We do provide, the bus company has worked with us on providing transportations from some of our schools, so they had just added the Boys and Girls Club as one of their pickups or one of their stops, and then we have two buses that will run as well, and then the Meridian is a walking route. So we serve a total of 8 schools in the area, so we get a good number of getting the kids over there, and we still have a need. We still have families that we have families interested in coming from Kuna and Nampa and Emmett, and so it's like we're spreading, and there's a lot of people that are interested in needing the help. So we have so much support from the Meridian community. Daily, we almost have people coming in wanting to help, and we have little lady hand knitted stocking caps and brought in 30 stocking caps for the kids, and just neat different things that people come in with and can think of to help us and help the community, and we wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the support of the community.
And certainly we show how big the heart is of our community and how involved our business community and our residents are involved with the Boys and Girls Club, from dropping off Halloween candy to coming in and scrubbing things down. Yeah. There's a lot of opportunity to be involved.
There is. Yeah.
Well, is there anything that you would like to share as kind of a wrap-up remark for our audience to step up, to get involved? And
yeah, definitely. The Boys and Girls Club is really depend on strongly. The families really depend on us. The children know that they belong, they're safe, they're being encouraged, and we just really appreciate the community pulling together, helping us. We have a tremendous support, and if anyone is interested on wanting more information, seeing the club, stopping by, we're more than welcome to accommodate that, and we just love having the support, 'cause like I said, if it wasn't for everyone that does call or show interest or support us, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So we appreciate it, and all the help we can have, great.
Well, I'd like to thank you, Robin, for joining me today, and appreciate all your hard work that you do for our community. We love the Boys and Girls Club. Up next is a profile of a Meridian business that is committed to Meridian and serving a growing customer base. Join me as we profile Meridian-based United Heritage.
The 2012 Meridian State of the City title sponsor, United Heritage, is a committed partner with the City of Meridian. By working together, United Heritage knows what many others in our community find to be true. Meridian is a city that is built for business and designed for living.
We have found our relationship with Meridian to be one that is just terrific. The City of Meridian has been helpful from the very beginning. When we started to build our building, helping us in the permitting process, it went quickly. They were easy to work with. They were very, very helpful in letting us have this building here. But more importantly, just as a great place to do business, and it is a great place for our employees to come to work.
Like Meridian, United Heritage is dedicated to serving a growing population with diverse needs and desires. By providing tailored solutions to serve their customers, United Heritage is making a big impact not just in Idaho, but across the country.
Our ideal customers are middle-class Americans. Our life insurance products are geared for people with normal, ordinary household incomes. When you have ups and downs in the economy, middle-class Americans still need those products. Our auto and homeowners products are things that every American needs. And so we find that our products and this target market of middle-class Americans fit that niche, and it has been a great marketplace for us.
With a true emphasis on service, United Heritage serves not only their customers, but our community as well. United Heritage employees are consistently involved in local and nonprofit work, and many employees can be seen working on a variety of community service projects. United Heritage employees believe in the value that Meridian is a great place to live, work, and raise a family.
United Heritage very much values its employees and its relationship with its community, and we see that as a partnership. And so we try to be involved in our community. We try to give back to this community that has given so much to us. Not just Meridian, but the entire Treasure Valley. We have employees from all over the valley, but this community, Meridian, and the communities around us have been so good to us. And so we try to give back, and our employees are very active in the community. We don't just ask our employees to give money back to the community, but rather to also give their time.
United Heritage, another amazing business right for their customers, right here in Meridian.
Up next is our Ask the Mayor segment, where we hear from you, our citizens, about the questions that are on your mind.
Mayor, what's going to happen with Cable One's movie nights?
Well, I'm happy to announce that Cable One Movie Night will be back at Settlers Park beginning June 1st. This year will be one of the best years ever, with many amazing movies for the community to enjoy. Selections for this year include The Smurfs, Tintin, the classic Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and Academy Award nominee for Best Picture, Hugo. Movie night is scheduled for every Friday beginning in June, and the movie always starts at dusk. As a reminder, Meridian parks close at dusk. Settlers only remains open for movie night. Those in the park that are not watching the film will be asked to leave. Well, I'd like to thank Robin Ewer and the Boys and Girls Club for joining me here tonight. Make sure to visit meridiancity.org to visit past episodes online. You can also find me here on Thursday on TVC TV Channel 11. Make sure to register to attend the Youth Council Dinner Auction, and I look forward to seeing you at our community events, our Coffee with the Mayor on March 13th, where we as a community will share all the amazing ways that we celebrate Meridian.